If you're anything like most D&D players out there, everyone and their dog has told you why you should quit your favorite TTRPG with a laundry list of reasons. Some of them good, some of them bad, none of them which you probably care about. So today I'm going to give you a break from all that and instead tell you all the reasons you shouldn't switch TTRPGs, why the system you're playing is perfect for you, and why you shouldn't listen to all the haters out there. Hey everyone, it's Night Haro here, and today we're talking about why you shouldn't switch TTRPGs. Now for anyone who might think that this makes me a shill for Big Corps, that I'm delusional about D&D or some other system, or any number of things designed to essentially other me from their community, TTRPG community, let me just say that while I grew up playing D&D and still continue to play it semi-regularly, I haven't mained D&D in well over 2 decades. And what is more, while I have D&D specific content on this channel, much more of what I do is either system agnostic or has nothing at all to do with D&D. It's really the minority of content that I do here on the channel. In fact, telling people not to switch systems in many ways if they're playing D&D is detrimental to my channel, as I review other TTRPGs as a large portion of what I do here on the channel. The reason I'm doing this though is because my goal as a channel is to make content that is useful for my audience. And so that's my only hope here. I hope that this video is actually useful and somewhat encouraging to those who are really don't want to switch, but have heard and been told that they really should. So we'll go through it. And I will say, if getting value is something that's compelling to you, if someone who's trying to work in your own best interest, even when it's maybe not in theirs, if that's interesting to you, then this might be the channel for you. You might consider subscribing. All right, that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into it and talk about why the reasons you shouldn't switch TTRPGs. So to borrow a colloquial expression from my people, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. In other words, if there's nothing wrong with the TTRPG system you're playing, there's no reason to start. If it is doing everything you want it to, if it's your favorite system, it's fulfilling your fantasies, allowing you to play the characters you want to play, create the worlds you want to play in, to live in short, if your favorite system is working for you, you shouldn't change it. It makes no sense. And to do otherwise would be illogical. The second thing is that you have likely invested a significant amount of time and money into whatever system you are playing now, from VTTs to modules to settings to accessory books to literal physical accessories for your games. The return on that investment is meant to be the fun and fulfilling end of the bargain, right? Having enjoyment with your friends, having the dice towers that you want, having the GM screen that you want, that you spend all that time on. So why bail on it? Why would you go spend a bunch of money on something you neither want nor need when you have a great solution that you've already paid for, that you already have? And the third reason here is learning new games is hard. You've got to read all the rules. You've got to learn how to make a character. You got to realize the rules didn't work exactly how you thought the first time and remake that character. And the list goes on, right? And everybody at your table is going to have to do that. And after a long week of work, most of us just want to sit down and play a fun game with our friends. We don't want to take a 4-hour-long night course on how to play a TTRPG. And I say that, okay, as someone who literally reads TTRPGs for a living, okay? I review them, I read them, and that's what I do all the time. And I have a lot of friends, they're all hardcore gamers. I'm the dumbest person at my table. Most of the people at my core group all have doctorate degrees in some STEM field, okay? So these are not people that are not intelligent. These are not people that are lazy or whatever. But, I have board games that I picked up that are still in a wrapper because I need to break them open, read the rule books, figure it out and everything else. And who has time for it? And it's the same way with the TTRPG. Except in many ways, it can be even more difficult. But when I'm done with work, I just want to relax. I just want to have fun. I want to turn off my brain. I don't want to have to put the mental energy into learning a new game, even when I know for a fact that I'm going to enjoy it once I get started. It's just hard to break that seal. Now, I could list more reasons, but I really don't think I need to. I mean, it's expensive, it's hard work, and you have no desire to do it. What more reasons do you really need? I would argue none. And I say that as someone with the kind of friends that just want to tell you about all the great games out there and why you should play them. And as somebody who is that kind of friend who just wants to tell you about all the great games there are out there and why you might want to play them. Now, I mentioned earlier, my goal is always to provide as much value for my audience as possible. And there is more I can say on this subject, specifically with my experience on when you might want to start considering and looking at other game systems out there. If that sounds interesting to you and you feel like you might be in that situation, or you are now, or might be in the future, check out this video over here, and I kind of walk through when it happened for me, and I wanted to start looking out for other game systems. Because if you wait till it's too late, you can actually develop a bit of bitterness towards the system that you love. I see this all the time. I know it maybe doesn't seem possible, but I see this all the time, especially with digital games where this happens. So give that video a watch, and you'll get some of that idea. But for now, that's it. I've delivered on the promise of the thumbnail here. Nothing else really needs to be said. Thanks everybody for watching.